Welcome back to JR Pro Shop Vids, everyone. Today we got a very special review. We're here in Montreal at Buffa Distribution. As you can see the wall behind us.
Welcome, guys.
We're gonna do the Sunstorm today. And Mark here has the original Sunstorm. No holes, everything's brand new. Mark, can you tell us a little bit about this original Sunstorm?
Yeah, I was fortunate enough to find one on eBay, I'd say about 20 years ago. I'm not going to say how much I paid for it, but let us know down in the comments. There you go, good one. So the first Storm balls that were released, if you noticed, okay, it doesn't have a Storm logo on it. So the brand used to be called High Score Products, okay, HSP. The first Storm balls were a 3-ball launch. So you had the black urethane Storm, light blue urethane Pearl, and also the Teal Storm, which was rivaled as being the first reactive ball on the market along with the Excalibur. Okay, so some people are pro Teal Storm, some are pro Excalibur as being the first reactive ball, but like that was in that time frame. The Sunstorm itself was the first ball from the Storm brand, if I'm not mistaken. Again, don't quote me on any of this, but I'm old enough to remember when this was released and everyone was throwing one at Laurentian Lanes when we had the pro shop there. I think this was the first reactive ball with a 2-piece construction. So there's the light bulb and then the thick shell around it. Very similar to what you would find in, like, let's say a high road today. Yep. This was like the early version of that. So really cool. There was the yellow Sunstorm and also the red Sunstorm. And at a very early age, I remember, I think I was like maybe 12 or 13 years old, Storm gifted me a red Sunstorm with my name engraved at the top. I wish I still had it today, but that was pretty cool. So I go way back with this, and you know, again, having the remake here is very special, but to be able to compare the two is still, you know, pretty neat.
All right, so we got the brand new Sunstorm here. It's got the IQ core and it's got the spec cover. My teammate Darren Alexander is going to be throwing it at team trials, so we're going to watch him throw a few shots on a few different patterns, and we're going to see how it reacts.
So looking at the new Sunstorm, the design intent of this was to get close to what the original was, which is very hard to do. You know, like you're eons away in terms of years, but that's actually news to me. You said it was the IQ core, right? Yeah. But like I said earlier, this is the light bulb shape inside, so very similar in shape, right? And this has the spec cover, which is was on the Crux Prime, no, what was it called again?
Gravity Evolve.
Gravity Evolve, there you go. Yeah, so amateur. So I didn't throw any of those covers, but from what I know, it was pretty smooth and early. Is that like what people can expect out of this?
And smooth, yeah. But the small core and the IQ is gonna, you know, push it down lane a little bit further. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. Let's go see Darren throw some shots. Jungo here. We're here with Darren, 2022 teammate for Team Canada. We're here at Laurentian Lanes. We just finished practice for team trials for 2023. And Darren got the Sunstorm from Storm, and he threw it on a couple different patterns. What'd you see out there, Darren?
Yeah, so I think this Sunstorm is going to be that really key ball for me. I'm a player that likes to play firm and straight if I can, and it kind of bridges that gap between the weaker reactives and urethane. the spec cover being so strong on the Sunstorm and then having the IQ Tour proven core, it's just that really nice blend of control, but it still has a little bit of motion down lane. And you'll see from some of the shots, if I was to throw urethane, it just would have picked up early and kind of quit, where this just gets through the fronts a little bit more, and then it's still got that really controllable motion. And actually the IQ Tour ended up looking better on a couple of the patterns because of that. This just didn't have quite enough down lane motion. A little bit fresher pattern, it probably would have looked better. I think this is going to be really good for players that like to play straight. I don't think it's going to be a ball where you really want to give the pocket away, open your angles up too much. But if you can get your hands on one, it's going to be a pretty cool ball. I think it's something that's going to turn some heads. You can't miss this thing. And I mean, that's me. I like to stand out. So I said to Jungo, I got to get myself one.
So as Mark said in the intro, right, it's meant to be really early, really smooth, kind of replicate the old school Sunstorm, and I think it does that quite well. As you can see, it's really controllable, really smooth, probably good use on shorter patterns, and for guys with a little bit higher ball speeds that like to play a little bit straighter.
So guys, thanks for watching the video. Make sure you also check out my channel, DH Bowling. We'll link it up there somewhere. And I'm going to do a full review on the Sunstorm. I'm going to compare it to a Pro Motion 2, another ball with the spec cover, just to show the difference in that cover with a bigger core in it. And I think it'll be a pretty cool video, so make sure you check that out.
Thanks again to Mark Bufa. Thanks, Darren, for being on the channel. Lots of good information. So a question for you guys down in the comments. What do you think about limited edition bowling balls? Do you like it? Do you not like it? Let us know.
Thank you, guys. Make sure you check out more JR Pro Shop videos, and we'll see you in the next one.